All right, guys, what's up? It's Pwn Star for Hire here, and we've got a nice dual commentary with a good friend of mine, Chuck here, a.k.a. Askacapper. Say what's up, man.
Howdy, everybody. It's Chuck.
And he's a really good guy. Now, I told you guys that I was going to come up with a series where I'm going to help out other gamers. Some of the higher-up kind of guys are going to be actually doing regular dual comms. I've got one coming up with Drifters, Merca, et cetera, outside of the whole Super Sexy Sundays where I help some of the lower guys. But this is one of those ones where I've known this guy for months now. And he's a fucking champ. He's also a comedian. So if you like something different, this dude is funny as hell, dude. I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy his content. So if you guys haven't checked this guy out, and the reasoning why he does this whole YouTube thing is phenomenal. So I'll let him talk about his petition.
Okay, yeah. So if you're watching this video, and I know a lot of your people know who I am, but yeah, I'm down there in the corner. I'm a quadriplegic gamer, and I play with my face. So you see me doing it right there, and I do camp a little bit more because I can't use both sticks, but my petition I have going on, which is something Pwn Star has been awesome and supported from the beginning. He was one of the big YouTubers to step up, is about custom button remapping. So asking game developers to add, instead of just presets that most games ship with, the ability to go in and adjust the buttons to whatever we want them to be. And that's where the petition is all about, custom button remapping.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. He told me about it first because the way I contacted him a long time ago is a subscriber came to me and told me about Capgun back when I had like 4, 6K subs, something. I was still somewhat of a little guy, and I went ahead and helped out Capgun, and then all of a sudden he got some attention from Only Use Me Blade, and then somebody else saw what I did for Capgun and introduced me here to Askacapper. And with that, apparently I've got this thing for handicapped people, and I'm the go-to guy.
You just have a handicap fetish, bro. Don't even try to hide it.
Dude, oh my god. When you say you only use your face, my mind goes pedophile. Oh my god, dude. So, that's what it comes down to, is I've got a soft spot for you, man.
That's cool, bro. Hey, us cappers, we need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna scare you.
It's just awesome. It's awesome, though. Like, you were one of the first major YouTubers to, like, really support the petition, and it's just blown up since you, like, helped out and helped get it rolling.
Yeah, I really did see potential in these guys, and they have to adjust to what they're doing, and just something as simple as his petition that he's working on allows you to basically change the button layouts and everything. You guys are used to your tactical and all this stuff for Call of Duty. Well, he's trying to get it so that you can switch any button to do anything you want. I mean, like, for example, for simple things for me, because I use everything default, all my sensitivity, everything's default, I could simply, switch the buttons around because, for example, I almost never use crouch, pro, and et cetera. That button's useless to me. For example, say I switch, the knifing around to that. I'd be able to knife quicker or something like that. You could always switch things around, maybe make that your grenade and have, you could just do anything. Like, the possibilities are endless, so it's not only going to be able to help him out, but you're up to, what, like 50K signs on this petition?
Yeah, the petition just passed 50,000 the other day.
Yeah, champ. You've had people like Woody, and you've had fucking Blade, everybody helping you with this thing.
It's been awesome.
Monumental.
Yeah, what's cool is, like, YouTubers are stepping up. I have a video on my channel that people can download and upload to their channels, and it's just been great seeing, like, different YouTubers, even small guys, like, who don't have a lot of subs, still just uploading it, trying to help out, and you get some signatures. And I'm going to be going to PAX East in about 2 weeks, and I'm going to talk to all the developers there. I'm going to keep track of what they have to say. I'm going to set up maybe some dual comms with them, and I've had some developers already say that they're committed to doing remapping just because it just makes sense.
Yeah, you're just gonna stroll up in there and be like, "I'm handicapped. Give me what I want." They're just gonna fall for it, man.
I'm gonna roll over to the Kinect and be like, "Can I play?" And they're gonna be like, "No, you can't." They'd be like, "You suck."
That's classy.
It's gonna be awesome. I might even
you're just gonna make everyone feel bad. Does it like hurt you at all to know that you can, because you're very open, you're always smiling, you're very happy, you're aware of who you are, but you're not gonna let anything hold you back. That's why I think you're a fucking legend, is because you're always enjoying life and video games. Nothing limits you, even though you have, a limitation that, many people take for granted, such as moving their hands, et cetera, and you fucking make everything out to be amazing. And does it make you feel bad at any point to know that you can use that against somebody to make them feel bad, or do you just honestly laugh inside because it's funny as shit?
I don't ever really think about making people feel bad, because I try and make people feel comfortable, and I might maybe if it's a corporation or something like Microsoft, I might use it to get what I want, but if they're not cool with the Kinect, man, I'll just buy one and roll over it at PAX with my wheelchair. That video will go viral.
That'd be amazing. Wheelchair guy rages.
Yeah,
You'd be like,
over
right
his Kinect.
You're right up to Treyarch and be like, please take out Second Chance. No, just go off on him. That'd be epic.
Yeah, totally. I hate Second Chance. I never got one. You know, like
epic.
Yeah.
So no, what I wanted to talk to you about. How did the whole thing happen?
I was in a car wreck. I was traveling across the country. I was being a hippie and following the Grateful Dead, which is a band where a bunch of hippies follow them, and we were partying and stuff. And I ended up, we were traveling to California from Florida where we saw the last show, and somebody fell asleep at the wheel, and I was in the back of the car, and we crashed.
Did everybody make it?
Yeah, the two people I was traveling with, they survived. They didn't really have anything wrong with them, and I broke my neck on the ceiling when the car flipped. And it was pretty wild. It was wild waking up in the car, and I went to crawl out, and I could only move my arms, and I was like, oh, crap, I'm paralyzed. I was just like, I knew. I was like, oh, man, I'm paralyzed. This sucks. I started to kind of flip out a little bit, of course.
Yeah, well, anytime. I mean, but you awoke when it happened, not necessarily you were out, sprawled out on the ground, woke up, realized you couldn't move, and...
Yeah, I was out for a little bit, but I was like, when I woke up in the car, and I'm glad I kind of did, because it was that way. It's like I kind of knew what had happened, and I wasn't like, going to be blaming other people for that happening. I kind of just knew it was the car wreck, and I was laying there, and it was an experience, man. That's for sure.
So how did the guys handle it, knowing, like, the one responsible? Because usually in those car accidents, I've lost a few family members for, drunk driving, et cetera, et cetera. It's never nice to know, on somebody's conscience that they've done something, but it's not like they, meant to or anything. But how did he handle that?
It was a girl driving, and I never actually saw them again. They bailed out on me.
Wow,
I know, dude. Cold, man. That's cold. I mean,
apparently they weren't going to fucking stop the road trip, groupies.
Well, I just want to say, I understand. My feeling is that that's a really harsh scenario for them to be in, and I don't really blame them at all. I mean, it's just like, imagine being thrown into that kind of craziness, like cops, and if somebody's injured and you freaking crash their car. It's like, I never hold grudges against people, so that's the way it goes.
It's a great way to live. So that's what I said. It's why I like everything you do, and whether it's comical or anything, you just have this amazing outlook on life. And I watch your stand-up comic about anything you talk about on there, and I've watched that video at least 4 or 5 times, shown it to my friends, my mother.
Nice.
And it's a great little thing that you got going on. It really baffles me that so many of us take everything for granted. That we're always so. We're sitting here. We're just average kids, adults. We're worrying about the next big video, the next video game release. We're so worried about dumb shit. And you're sitting there in a fucking wheelchair, smiling your ass off, like, look at these dumbass people the whole time. And you're just enjoying life. And we're sitting here taking everything so serious. And I got to compliment you on that, man. I envy that. I would really love to just be as happy and, excited and fun-loving as you are. That's fucking boss status.
We're all going through something, and it's like not everything is. Mine's on the surface, and people can easily see it, so it's easier for me to deal with. But hey, we all face some challenges at some point in our lives, so it's not what we face; it's how we face it. But I'm glad I can do what I can do. I'm glad I can do what I can do.
Yeah, that's always a great thing. So, guys, if you haven't checked this guy out, make sure you swing by his channel and you check out the videos. Obviously, signing the petition will be a great thing. I'll have the petition as well as his channel down in the description below. The dude's a champ. This is, our second, third dual-com we've done together. Yep. I featured him on Machinima. One of my first few Machinima posts. I was really caught up with what this guy did, and I went ahead and helped him out, put him on Machinima as well, and I believe you'll be, if you don't yet, you will be soon. Probably end up having some sort of partnership. So this guy's got a lot going for him, and he's worrying about helping other people, and, that's phenomenal. It's something this community really needs. And he's going to be a leader in this community one of these days. You might as well hop on now than later.
Yeah, well,
for a ride.
Thanks, man. Yeah, take a ride on my wheelchair. Just come ride the Capper wheelchair. It's all good. And if you guys are at PAX, if anybody listening to this is at PAX, you can stop and say, hey, I'll be rolling around. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm pretty easy to spot.
I know.
And if you guys were watching that video, I just got first place, only using me face. And in conclusion, I just want to say thanks, Pwnstar, for being one of those early supporters. I really appreciate it, and all handicapped gamers appreciate your early support, getting this thing rolling. And thanks everybody who's listening to this. Hope you guys are doing good, and come by my channel, check it out if you want, and sign the petition, pass it on to friends. I really appreciate that. Share it up, and I'll keep you informed on what the developers have to say at PAX about getting custom button remapping as the standard, so we don't have to deal with presets anymore. So game on, gamers. Be awesome.